in the year 2008, for the first time in the history of the world, more people began to live in cities. And by 2050 or earlier, more than 70% of the world's population is going to live in cities. And therefore, cities have to be the solution. Cities cannot be the problem. And in fact, humanity will have no choice but to live in cities of greater density, because you do need to create a rural countryside environment for all the other activities.
I think cities are the only solution to population growth, because they're the only places that are going to provide a meaningful living for the increasing numbers of people. In fast-growing countries, above all in sub-Saharan Africa, but also in large parts of the Indian subcontinent, the growth of population is such that the land simply cannot provide sustenance for the growing numbers of mouths. So those people will pour into the cities. The problem then is that the cities also may not be able to provide meaningful work for many of these people. And that is a particular problem in some of the fast-growing poor cities of the world, especially but not exclusively in sub-Saharan Africa. I don't believe we've come anywhere near solving that problem yet. And indeed, I think that the only answer is to reduce the rate of population growth in very high growth countries. All the evidence worldwide over 2 centuries is that as you get development, population growth sinks. And indeed, you can reach a situation, as in parts of Europe, where the population begins to decline. And that itself can produce problems less spectacular than those of rapid population growth. But the happiest cities and the happiest countries are roughly those where population growth just about replaces the deaths and outmigration of people. So the population stays in some kind of balance.
Well, cities are both a problem and a solution, all right? With many cities growing and with huge populations, especially for cities that have rural-urban migration into cities, many cities are growing very rapidly. This poses great challenges for cities because you will have to take care of infrastructure, housing, for example, providing jobs, social amenities for people. But it's not a bad thing, because at the same time, cities are also engines of growth. All right, because with a lot of people coming together, there are a lot of synergies. All right, synergies through a melting pot of ideas, a pooling of resources, and it actually provides a huge market for goods and services, which makes businesses thrive. So I think we can try to harness the good parts of a city as an engine of growth, but we have to take care of all the urban challenges.
In my opinion, the most intelligent way of organizing the human life are the cities. If we had the possibility to organize a territory with certain population, with certain needs of environmental protection, the most intelligent and the most efficient way is to organize cities. So cities are not the problem. Cities are the solution of the challenges of the climate change, the challenges facing the humanity today. So I see the future of the humanity based on our capacity to reinvent our cities and to establishing new connection among different cities that allow more diversity of options for the people living in different environments and in different contexts. So answering directly your question, cities are not the problem, but the solution.